You know all my desires in this physical manifestation at this lifetime.
So far?
So far.
Right.
And there is so much passion within me. I want you to help me.
Don't misunderstand passion for evidence of resistance sometimes.
Right.
Because passion is one thing, yearning is another. In other words, when you want something, really, really, really want something, and you're aware that it isn't unfolding in the way you want it to,
right,
you can practice a yearning vibration that will hold it off longer.
How?
So we would like you for a little while to stop fanning the flames of passion and just let yourself be content and happy about what is. That's the fastest path of least resistance to everything that you want. You see, it's backwards. Our physical humans translate, they misunderstand something that we say. Because you are action-oriented, and it's sort of what our friend was talking about earlier, you want evidence to come on strong and steady for you. And we do too. We want the evidence of the things that you want. We want you to understand that you're on the trail and feel yourself in the right place at the right time on your path for the unfolding of things. But something that you do, and we can feel it in your vibration here and now, is that you really believe that passion and enthusiasm, because it's stronger momentum,
yes,
is better under all conditions than just being happy and content and at ease. And what we want to explain to you here is that sometimes as the passion is within you, there's resistance in that passion that is more than contradicting the benefit of the momentum. Did you hear that? In other words, when you hype yourself up, when you really, 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 really want something to the point that you feel a sort of urgency about it, that feeling of urgency means that you've got resistance going on, and the resistance that is present is the problem. In other words, can you, here's a question we're putting to you, just to sort of shake this conversation up. Do you believe that you can create enough momentum on a subject to overcome all resistance? You're afraid to answer because we'll pounce right on you. But think about it. If there's plenty of momentum, can't it just sort of mow down all the resistance in its way? A bullet in a gun, plenty of momentum, it sort of just blasts its way through everything. So you are not wrong-headed in that understanding. In your living in your body in this world, you've come to believe in momentum. You've come to believe in strength. You've come to believe in determination. You've come to believe in goal setting and in making it happen. We just want to say to you that you're going about it the hard way, because when your process is to overcome and to push through, or to push against, or to knock down, to rev it up strong enough that you can do that, then you have relegated yourself to a physical world where you are comparing yourself with other physical strengths, and you are denying yourself this energy that creates worlds, that comes to you in your softness, not in your urgency. Can you feel that? In other words, the power of when you are appreciating yourself and understanding that things are always working out for you. And so you're in this soft, easy, expectant of well-being state of being. Doors just open everywhere. You know that. Don't you often get on those little runs where it just feels like everything's just working out for you? People say the most interesting things to you, the most interesting times, and doors just open, and things that formerly you would have thought were maybe even a problem of something that you didn't want, you realize was something that you really needed to know in order to move to where you're really wanting to go, because things are always working out for you. Here's what we want to say to you. You don't have to be the power that makes this go. You are not the engine that makes this go. Law of attraction is the engine that makes this go. And you have been born into a trajectory with a source that is powerful, and your singular work, we're shouting because we so want you to hear this, Your singular work is to find yourself in alignment with that trajectory. And yes, you get to add to the trajectory. Your life, through your life, you get to say, yes, and I'd like some of that, and I'd like some of that, and I'd like some of that. But it's all for this trajectory of eternal unfolding and eternally being satisfied and happy in this moment in life. It's not about working hard and taking the classes and learning the stuff so that you can apply yourself and maybe down the road have a dream home or a dream mate or a dream vacation or a dream. Forget all that stuff that's coming. What about right now? This is when you're alive. This is when you're feeling. This is when you're allowing the source within you or you're not. Never mind about what's coming. Focus on what is right here, right now, and do the best you can right here, right now to make it feel as good as it feels. So complain about something and feel how it feels. Not that good. Appreciate something and feel how it feels. Whole lot better. Condemn yourself and feel how it feels. Praise yourself and feel how it feels. In other words, focus on the now and do anything and everything that you can do right here and now to feel as good as you can feel so that you can allow the trajectory that you've carved out even before you came into this physical body and since you've been in this physical body to be revealed to you in surprising and delightful ways all day, every day. You're not supposed to be bored, interested, bored, interested, bored, miserable, happy, drunk, miserable. That's not the way you intended it to be. You intended to be interested, fascinated, full of yourself.
Yes.
You intended to be alive and happy and eager. You intended to be peaceful and loving. You intended to be contemplative. You intended to love this moment and this moment and this moment. Esther watches her little kids, her little grandkids. It's so interesting because Esther's her singular desire when she is with them is that they have fun together, which is really easy because they're up for fun. And it's so interesting because they have trained her to understand that the fun should never end. In other words, we're going to do this and it's pretty fun, but what are we going to do next that's going to be fun, and next that's going to be fun, and next that's going to be fun? In other words, okay, that was fun, now what? Now what? Not that was fun, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Can you think of something to do? That was fun, now what? That was fun, now what? Now what? Now what? That was interesting, now what? I like that conversation, now what? That thought felt good, now what? Ooh, it feels good to lay here in this sand. Now what? Now what? Now what? Now what? You weren't born to be patient. You weren't born to deprive yourself. You weren't born to endure. You weren't born to buck up. You were born to have pleasure from life. You were born to sync up with this energy that feels like we have just described. That's who you are. That's the way you're supposed to feel. And nothing less than that will ever be enough for you. That's who you are, you see. So just do it. Just create this environment and let law of attraction do its natural work.
I understand. I do everything. And
spend no time talking about what went wrong, what I should have said, how that turned out, what that one thinks. Spend no time thinking about anything that doesn't feel good when you think about it. Because your power is in your alignment, and there is pleasure in your alignment. We've pretty much talked ourselves out of ever having anything to say to you again.
I feel at this point there is no need to ask any questions, really.
We agree. Because sometimes pursuing a question takes you further from where you want to be because, okay, so here's what happens. So your perspective is everything because your perspective is your point of attraction. So any conversation you have that makes you feel agitated in any way is creating an environment that is not going to serve you. So that's why in many cases it's just better not to say anything.
Thank you.
Just rest in your knowing that all is well.
Thank you.
All is well.